You are listening to Playbook Radio with Martin Williams. Here's where you'll learn how to develop a playbook and game plan for your life so you can live without limits. Now, here's your host, Martin Williams.
And welcome to Playbook Radio. My name is Martin Williams. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. You may do so on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. All the links to the podcast can be found at gameplanplaybook.com. That's gameplanplaybook.com. So today what I wanted to talk to you about is making a decision. The title of the podcast is Make a Decision Already. So a lot of times people look at their lives and they say, you know, they're not where they want to be, and they get frustrated because things aren't going the way that they thought they would. They're frustrated because it seems like success has been slow. It seems like they've been trying for a long time. But something that you might want to do, which is something that I had to do, was ask myself, did I really make a decision to get this thing? Or is it something that's an option? Because once you make a decision, you remove all other options. And you're making a concerted choice to go all in on that thing. And so, you know, if you've ever been behind someone at a drive-thru who can't decide whether they want the number 4, the number 5, can't decide anything, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Or maybe you're that person. Maybe you're that person that's indecisive at McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or what have you. Indecision is something that comes from, I believe, a fear of failure. A lot of people are afraid to fail. And when you're afraid to fail, you're afraid to make a decision because there's always that possibility that that decision might be wrong. But you don't have to live in a constant state of indecision because by default, some of your decisions may not pan out the way that you thought they would or should. But it doesn't mean that you have to stop making decisions. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't stop making decisions. You should continue to make decisions. Just learn from the ones that didn't work out. Okay? My losses taught me much more than my wins. My bad decisions taught me more than my good ones. Because it's natural for us to go over our bad decisions in our head over and over again and say, you know what, I'll never do that again. Have you ever had a decision turn out so bad that you said, you know what, I'll never do that again? That's good. That means that you're going to course correct and you're going to do the things so you'll never make that bad of a decision again. You'll plan better, you'll strategize better. And far too often, I think people underestimate their ability to course correct. You have the ability to come back from virtually any bad decision that you can make. Now, if you go and take someone's life, I can't speak to that. Now, that might be something you don't come back from. But most of the bad decisions that we make, we came back from. Be honest with yourself. You're making better decisions now than you did 5 years ago. I know I am. And most people are the same way. So for me, it's important, and I think for you as well, if you're going to accomplish anything of worth in this life, you've got to make a decision, okay? If you're going to lose weight, decide to lose the weight. If you're going to get out of debt, decide to get out of debt. If you're going to go all in on a business, decide that you're going to go all in on that business and decide that it's going to be successful. Because that is giving your subconscious mind the permission to make it happen. As long as you stay in a state of indecision, the subconscious mind, which is the great assistant, is basically sitting around waiting for you to do something. But once you make a decision, what's going to happen is the subconscious mind is going to draw to you the necessary people, the necessary resources, the necessary knowledge, including, money, whatever you need. It'll draw whatever you need to make that decision a reality. But it only happens when you decide. So make a decision. When you set a goal, make a decision that I'm going to do whatever I need to do to make this goal happen, and don't go back on the decision. And then once you do that, the clarity that we all need will come in and the way will be made clear. And if you make a mistake, if it's a bad decision, learn from it and go back and try again. So my name is Martin Williams. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for listening to Playbook Radio. Don't forget to subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. For more information on Playbook strategies, courses, and products, please go to GameplanPlaybook.com.